NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 9 carries, 67 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect him to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Williams will try again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Come on!
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll buy some time right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. On 2nd and 9, Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, look to fight another down, right?
Herbert off of play action. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. This will be caught. Judy. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A huge play there for Denver.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. Room here to run. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. 43 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos ready to go on offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Bridgewater's throw taken in here by Patrick. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Mostert now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play action. It's Herbert. This for his running back, McCoy. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Out of the gun, Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 4. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we reach halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
After the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On the carry, it's Jackson. And he gets it down to the 32. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Personal foul. Defense.
Oh, man, can't do that.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Time to go to work.
Austin Eckler with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be a second down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's got his big tight end here. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught by Williams for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Mostert now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack on 1st down, Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Herbert off of play action. Gets it off to Freeman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
find the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Draymond Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't so much that looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Bridgewater gives to Williams here on the draw. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Bridgewater. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.